Let's talk about Kevin, though. Oscar winner Kevin Spacey, who has broken his silence to hit back at his accusers and the media hit pieces that have destroyed his reputation.
How much this has all cost you?
I've lost my jobs. I've lost my house. I've got one foot in bankruptcy. Everything. As I've stated already, I would really just love to, be above all this and not have to talk about it, go back to my daily life, get back to work. But I have finally realized that if I don't fight back, this will never end.
The Dan Wooten interview was compelling. It's more than 90 minutes. But Douglas, there is also a new documentary on Channel 4 called Spacey Unmasked, and it features allegations by 10 men, all pretty much making the same accusation that Spacey made unwanted advances towards them. And they say because of his high profile, they didn't feel they could complain.
It's an extraordinary thing. The Channel 4 documentary, as I understand it, was commissioned before the trials that Kevin Spacey was put through in the US and UK. And of course, he was exonerated in both those cases because there was nothing to them. He was found not guilty in two countries. Channel 4 seemed to have put so much money into the documentary they were hoping would reveal Kevin Spacey that when he was found not guilty and acquitted, it's obviously bothered Channel 4. So they pushed ahead anyway with a set of other accusers whose complaints are extraordinary. And extraordinary not because they're extraordinarily serious, but because, first of all, they go back, one of them goes back 50 years almost. Now, I mean, if anyone can say what they think they were doing 50 years ago, I challenge them to it. But every single one of the allegations, there's about, I think, 9 or 10 of them, are people saying things like, he stroked my thigh once when we were working together. Now, as I say in The Spectator this week, the interesting thing that's gone on in the post-Me Too era is that there are things that cannot be said because they involve men and women. And we all know what incredibly dangerous terrain it is for any man to say anything about a woman these days. But when you take the women out of the equation, as with the Casey space, because this is about men making an accusation against another man, you actually get to a truth of something, which I find very interesting. One of the accusers in this Channel 4 documentary says that it seems, because Channel 4 tried to make it as difficult as possible for Spacey and his representatives to actually work out who these accusers are or understand when they happened and much more. One of the accusers seems to have sort of gone on a number of dates with Kevin Spacey, or at least met him socially on a number of occasions one-on-one, and says that there was some flirting and he didn't like that. But then he sort of went on another date. Now, I have to say, that would seem to me to fall in the category of leading someone on. And then and several of the people said things like, I think that because of his power as a theater director and a Hollywood actor, that he dangled promises in front of me for my career, because some of these people seem to be people who are aspiring actors. But here's the thing, Rita. As everybody knows, but it becomes able to be said in a male-male context, who was leading who on here? Now, Spacey denies all of these new allegations, as he has the other ones. But I find it very interesting. Who has the power dynamic if, for instance, it's a younger male wanting to make his way in the film industry who might well decide that he wants to lead on the older, then closeted gay actor and make their own way up the acting profession for it? There's a reason why Hollywood is the place where the term casting couch was invented. And it's because throughout the history of Hollywood, there have been younger men and women who have actually wanted to get up in their profession the fast way, as they think of it. Actually, it's not the fast way. The best way, the fastest way is just sheer talent. But I think the dreadful thing about all of this is, and the Dan Wooten interview, is it shows once again that we live in this era where things that are not illegal get complained about, get blown up by dishonest media like Channel 4 on this occasion. And actually, all of it is tittle-tattle. And in the midst of it, one of the great actors of our time wants to work. I would suggest instead of Channel 4 wanting to spread more tittle-tattle about him, which no one wants to watch, how about commissioning him to be in a film which everyone would want to watch?